So joining us next is a master crystologist, a medical intuitive, a psychic and ordained reverend who helps people increase their love quota and move them from 3D awareness to 5D consciousness. One specific day in 2011, Angie experienced a radical, spontaneous awakening of consciousness that instantaneously exploded her psychic abilities, empathic skills, and an ability to see multidimensionally. This dissolved her previous life and thrust her into a role as a traveling seeker until Spirit taught her how to be in service through love to others. Today, she'll be teaching us how to hold a 5D consciousness in the midst of a 3D world. Please welcome Angie LaRue. Hi, Angie.
Hello.
It's wonderful to have you.
It's really great to be here.
How are we doing? There we go. How's that?
Better. I was going to say, yeah, you got a little static going on. Sounds like you got it now. Okay. Well, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Xane. 5D consciousness is a state of experience, not a belief system. The evolution of consciousness and 5D awareness is learning how to physically be in the 3D while holding the consciousness of the 5D, being in this world, but not of it. A human vessel with divine awareness. We are composite beings, mind, body, spirit, and infinite awareness. 5D consciousness involves being aware of which part of the total being is most needed in any given moment and shifting into it or spanning across several states of being to be dimensionally appropriate and useful. It is knowing that we are not the thinking mind and thus are not identified solely with the persona. So that can be amusing. Welcome to the Higher Self Expo. I am Reverend Angela LaRue, a crystologist, and all those other things that Xane said as well. Those are labels, human labels, to give us a mental construct, a feeling of something. But truth with the capital T says this experience is an eternal spirit having a human experience. Thank you for joining the expo today. Thank you, Xane, for having me. It's an honor to be here. And thank each of you who are joining this expo with these beautiful spirits and speakers today. There's been some really wonderful speakers already on so far, and more to come. At the end of my talk today, there's going to be space for you to ask questions and share your experience. Towards the end, I'm going to be doing a set of Palladian totems, and I will talk more about those, but those are energy transmissions which are going to help you experience 5D consciousness. It can be said that 5D consciousness is mastering our thoughts, developing the observer or the witness state, consciously choosing to be in the silence of the mind, often throughout the day, if only for a few moments, reconnecting in with all that we are. Using the mind as a valuable and respected tool, but not letting it be the 3-year-old running around with a lighter in one hand and a pair of scissors in the others. We don't want that part to rule the day. It's becoming neutral in our emotions, understanding that emotions are energy, and energy is neutral until the thinking mind personalizes it and reacts to it and thus sculpts it into a personal experience. Living in 5D consciousness while in a 3D body is about noticing our actions and our reactions and making course adjustments within seconds without self-judgment. And it's about being dimensionally appropriate when juggling dimensional awareness. Many of you listening to this are already energy practitioners or healers or otherwise working across the dimensions with multidimensional energies. And if we don't know how to get back into 3D and be able to do it quickly, it causes complications in our life. Or if we're only in 3D awareness and we can't get to other dimensional awarenesses, It makes life sluggish and hard and difficult. Right? 5D consciousness is an eagle-eye view of all things, riding the currents and the times, as opposed to being down in the minutia, where it's very uncomfortable. We might dip into the minutia every now and then, but we have the skill set that we readily use to get right back out of that. Being in it helps us build compassion and understanding, though, with other human beings, but it's no place to live. 5D consciousness is getting over ourselves. It's just not about us anymore. It's about all beings. The person in front of us, the bird singing in the tree, the crystal on the windowsill, the sunbeam throwing kaleidoscope of colors across the carpet, the tree rustling in the garden, the mouse looking for a new home, the scent blowing in the open window from the neighbor's rose bushes, the squirrel chirping territorially at the blue jay and the cat, the spider seeking a meal, the cry of the newborn baby down the street, that little blue orb that just floated up from the roots of our philodendron, the seed floating on the wind, seeking fertile ground. All are life. All have consciousness. All are to be revered. It's the inner child in us, which was never separated from joy and wonder, to again be felt and experienced, and to share its joy and awe with all those that are gifting that inner child with their presence and their experience. It is to be the witness of creation and the fullness therein. Be still and know God. 5D consciousness is a state of ongoing devotion, appreciation, and gratitude for all expressions of the divine in all things. When we remember this level of consciousness, we are staying in direct alignment with our higher selves, Source Creator, our angelic teams. Thank you, guys. And the fifth dimensional beings living and occupying the same space with us, but at a fifth dimensional vibrational rate, or fourth, or sixth. We become the lens for the Creator to experience the human perspective of the 3D through. The rewards of 5D consciousness are freedom from the inner critic. The battle within is ceased and dissolved into self-compassion, allowing us to hold increased compassion and appreciation for others. We can only give to others that which we are, which we have become. That is our ultimate truth and our gift into the world. From that silence within, joy bubbles up naturally again, and love underscores everything. We see it all around us. We hear the tree greet us as we walk up the sidewalk when we come home. We hear the flowers begging to be noticed and appreciated in their splendor. The bird on the branch looks back at us, holding eye contact and heart connection. That squirrel turns toward us when we think kindly towards it. Our telepathy is alive and well, connecting us with all beings. Our devotion and absorption in the wonder around us is so complete that we're no longer aware of ourselves in the moment of now. We are experiencing. We flow as one with the nature around us, shining love and receiving it from all sources, gracing the moment of now. It is a state of being where love and love for all is ever present, where peace is an abiding state of being and joy bubbles up for no reason at all. When we see suffering, we experience compassion. When we experience compassion, we immediately know how to assist, and we do that. For we know the one suffering is an extension of the Creator, and indeed a part of us. For we have experienced that immersive connection with oneness, and we know we are part and parcel of a whole, a little spoke in a giant wheel. 5D consciousness is unity consciousness. We've gotten right with ourselves and are no longer in separation. We've obtained neutrality. We're no longer buffeted by the inner squalls of reaction and action to events inside us and around us. We are in sovereignty and peace with ourselves. We treat ourselves with respect and compassion and love and gentleness. We don't speak badly or demeaning to ourselves. We don't hold ourselves back or squish our own dreams through lack of faith in ourselves. We don't poison our bodies with poisonous thoughts. We care for this fleshly temple, this earth temple in the third dimension that earth has given us. And we nourish the consciousness which the Creator has given to us. We know how to be in sovereignty. We require no one to take care of us or complete us. We are complete, self-initiating, self-adulting, self-responsible. Self-sabotage has ended. We know our no, and we know our yes, and we don't break integrity with ourselves by doing that which we don't want to do. We're not a doormat to ourselves or others, but instead we treat ourselves with the same respect and dignity that we treat that bird, that tree, that squirrel, that loved one, that friend, all. From that place of inner completeness and wholeness, recognized, we move into unity consciousness. Without depleting resources as a consumer needing to be entertained or needing physical objects to define our position or our power in our own hungry minds. That hungry mind doesn't run the show anymore. We store up our treasures in unseen realms, not as earthly treasures destroyed by natural processes. We're curious and exploring, ever seeking big truths, not ego's little self-satiating truths. We're most satisfied in the mystery, not confused or baffled or fearful by it, but at ease with not knowing, amused even with not knowing. We have all that we need inside of us, and indeed all the worlds are within us. And we dance with our star brothers and sisters in delight of yet ever-growing levels of wonder still unfolding. The more we know, the more there is to know. The more there is to know, the more we know nothing and delight in it like a child. This is effortless. It is not doing. It's just being aware. A human being, not a human doing. It's getting out of the unhappy prison of our mind, which is self-consumed with only a human aspect of ourself, and is getting into the glorious moment of now. No self-identity as a human, no self-awareness or self-consciousness, or as separate from anything else. And then is moving into the next now, and the next now, and the next now, as pure consciousness, holding all that is in all dimensions. The path into the 5D consciousness is total surrender. No holes barred surrender. To arrive in it is to be back in the flow of grace, where all unfolds naturally and effortlessly, where we experience devotion as an ongoing song of praise and glory, and experience the earth and the fullness thereof as the precious Garden of Eden, where we are one with all and walk with the Source Creator and all of its expressions in every moment. It is to see the divine in the other. That state of grace where we know the universe is conspiring for us And we are in utter devotion and adoration of the magic unfolding all around us in each now. And there's so much of that, isn't there? It is a flirtation with the Creator, a yielding and surrendering to wonder and delightful surprises. And the universe has so many surprises for us. And the more we surrender, the more they come. It is allowing life to move through us unobstructed, like light shining through a bottle on a windowsill. Nothing clings to us. It passes through us unobstructed by the hamster wheel of the thinking mind. It is not clinging. 5D consciousness is being spirit indwelled. The higher self often directly present within us due to our high frequency and working in conjunction with that higher self inspiration to create new potentials in the 3D realm. It is to experience every cell of our being that love is the substrate of the universe, a shimmering vibration of love enticing us back into connection, a heart seduction of oneness. In 5D consciousness, we begin to manifest nearly instantly, which makes us even more diligent in being in that observer state and not letting the runaway train of the thinking mind create wrecks that we or other people have to clean up. Many of the clairs open up and other psychic abilities inform us. Experience becomes an ongoing dialogue with the universe. We become energy aware and can use it to assist us to navigate in the third dimension. Our auric fields and chakras become finely tuned antennas supplying a flow of information in addition to our third eye information so that we can effortlessly navigate this unique experience on Earth. We love being here. We know we chose to come here. We could have chosen anywhere in the multiverse, but we chose to be here. So we respect the choice that we made in our higher knowing, in the life between lives, and we revel in the unfolding of our path and our experience. We don't wish for ascension or to be on some other planet. We do not reject this gift of a human experience nor desire to escape it. We know ascending means to ascend in consciousness, stretching our awareness into other realms and other dimensions. Empathic skills are no longer a burden stopping us from going out into the world, but instead a blessing, another sense in which to navigate and experience from, to relate to the other, to hold the other in compassion and love and light. It's a tool, a beneficial, helpful tool. We are in control of our experience in the world. We manifest the experience we want to have, moment by moment, now by now. And it's delicious. We're no longer pinned in the body, but through consciousness, we treat it like a hotel, often leaving, meeting masters and star brother and other beings in other planes. We swoop into Mother Gaia and commune with her, gaining understanding from her perspective. We move in and out of timelines and alternate realities, exploring and experiencing. We rest in the palm of God in the void and renew ourselves yet again. We can bilocate, spreading our love and our healing to other spokes in the wheel. Our presence brings peace and healing to others. Our words create shifts in consciousness. We can develop friendships with beings we formerly may have believed were myths. We become like children playing in the garden, freed from societal and cultural programming and loosed into the joy of the present moment. I'd like to give you some energy blueprints now to assist you in your own evolutionary road. These are called codums. They come to us from a 12th dimensional group of Palladians, working with a group of us here in Boulder, Colorado. And the easiest way to think of them is as light transmissions. These are energy packets, though they're actually binary and fractal energy sets based on Antonian physics. Antonian physics is a 12th dimensional understanding of the multiverse and all that is. So it's far advanced past our third dimensional version of quantum physics. Please be in a relaxed position. There's nothing you have to do to receive these. As you receive these energies, just notice what you're experiencing. There's no right or wrong way to experience these. Only experience itself. After you receive an energy blueprint, please say with me, activate, enhance, amplify, expand. And I will be saying that with you, so you don't have to even worry about remembering them. Activate turns on the energies that you just received. Enhance is going to tune them to your specific uniqueness, your specific spirit twinkle. Amplify is making, it's like homeopathic. It grows it, and expands, sends it out into your auric field and multidimensionally to your other fields, the rest of what you are. Then please allow yourself to sink and surrender into the experience. After a few moments, I'll send you another one. You won't hear me say these numbers. I don't have permission to actually do that. But I will send them to you nonetheless, and you'll experience them. I have many codums, well over 100 now. And they are something that people can receive in private sessions with me in person or over Zoom. But I wanted to give you guys a little beautiful balancing sample today of this experience of 5D consciousness. All right, relax. Here we go. This first one is just setting the energy in your field to receive codums. Activate. Say with me. Activate. Enhance. Amplify. Expand. All right. This is a cocktail of Kodams. They open all the chakras, clears your system, activates your power chakras, all 12 chakras, directs healing to where it needs to be, clears the lymph system, and directs energy towards alignment. Say with me, activate, enhance, amplify, expand. Just experience that, allowing yourself to notice what is happening in your body and your auric field. This next set of Kodams balances the male aspects of your field, the female aspects of your field, unites them to each other, and then unifies them so that you become a lighthouse and a radiant beacon of who you are. Say with me, activate, enhance, amplify, expand. 35-634-908-238-908-238-908. This next set of Kodams balances you in any field and creates new synaptic pathways. It also brings in life's calling. Activate, enhance, amplify, expand. 314-788-7. All right. The next set of Kodams brings in the energies of acceptance of self and others, compassion for self and others, the point of view of the witness consciousness, bird's eye view, objectivity. It also brings us up to alignment within ourselves, brings in our support systems, and amplifies the morphic field. Say with me, activate, enhance, amplify, expand. 18785, 18785, These next two are connecting to source self or higher self, and correct alignment to source creator. Activate, enhance, amplify, expand. 7311, 7311, 7311, to the 12th power. This one is for realizing there is only one, and it has a little bit different activator on it. So realizing there is only one. 5, 3, activate. This codon actually doesn't come from the Pleiadians, it comes from the Vegans. It helps awaken people to the environment they are in and raises vibrations. It pulls photons from the photon belt, and they call it the Jesus codon. And I think you'll see why. Activate. Say it with me. Activate. Enhance. Amplify. Expand. This next set of codons switches your brain from the thinking mind to divine understanding. It also takes energy from Gaia straight up through the 8th through 12th chakras, through the higher selves up to source. We call this one the Rocket A codon. And the last codon in this one connects source to individual bliss. Say with me, activate, enhance, amplify, expand. I'm just going to let you be in those energies for a moment. All right, I'm going to ground you back again. You'll still be in the experience and have that awareness, but won't be quite so out of body. Say with me, activate, enhance, amplify, expand. If any of you would like to share your experience, please type it in the chat. I'd love to hear it. Also, if you have any questions for me about fifth dimensional consciousness or anything I've said, please type it in the chat. I would. We have about 10 minutes left, 9 minutes left, and I'd love to interact with you. Please visit my website. There's a free gift there for you. It's a crystal array. It's an energy transmission from the crystalline kingdom. So you've got energies, gifts now from the Palladian, from the Vegan, and this is from the crystal kingdom. And you'll find that on my website. You can also get orgone generators. You can book a reading with me. You can learn a little bit more about the Inner Passage Mystery School, where it's all about the greater mystery. You can see videos of interviews I've done where I take out-of-body journeys, take groups of people with me, or contact me personally for assistance or clarity in your own journey. There's also some digital versions of crystal arrays available in the shop area at an amazing price. And my website is crystallarrays.com. That is crystallarrays.com. All right, with a few moments left, I am very happy to answer any questions anyone has, and hopefully you're all back with us. That's a great question, Delilah. I feel being in multidimensional consciousness allows me to have more tools to serve others with, literally, right? And it brings a tremendous amount of grace and ease and peace to my understanding. I understand the continuity of consciousness, so there's no fear of death anymore. I experience everything as wonder and amusement. And when I can be in that state of being, I'm able to help others discover they have the same thing inside themselves. So I definitely feel like it serves. That's a really good question. Thank you. It depends on what it is, Ashid. The prices vary. Readings are, less expensive. I do multiple different forms of healing. Our star brothers and sisters have blessed me, gifted me with a number of technologies which are actually embedded in my hand. And there's also traditional healings like Reiki and crystal. So it really just kind of depends what's the right fit for you. Almost everything except psychic surgery can be done on Zoom. So, thank you. Yeah, you bet. So, as a Crystologist, I'm very familiar with those, Audrey. Yeah, the crystalline beings, the crystalline entities. In 3D consciousness, rocks are rocks. They're just rocks. In 5D consciousness, they are living beings with consciousness. They think differently. They think in fractals. And they express energy in fractals as well. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing the crystal communication. Yeah. And crystalline energies. I was totally plugged into the galactic realms and felt great. Not long, I felt total shame and wanted nothing to do with it. I'm just coming back to balance. Any insight? Resistance? The greatest thing that any of us will ever do is get the thinking mind to calm down and behave and play fairly in the sandbox. It is afraid that if we experience the awakening of consciousness, that it'll be annihilated. And so it fights from the moment it realizes what's happening. It fights what it believes for its very survival. And so that's where the shame and everything else comes from, is it's trying to grab control again. For a moment, you're released. And for a moment, you get to taste what you really are. And the thinking mind is like, we're not having anything to do with that. And so it threw a bunch of frequencies at you that were translated as, whatever, guilt or shame. It's a ploy of the thinking mind. And that's why, we're either going to be in a state of heaven or a state of hell. And if it's hell, it's because the thinking mind is really running the show. That's the 3-year-old child within with a lighter in one hand and a pair of scissors in the other. And it's going to poke itself in the eye and burn the house down simultaneously. So, yeah, meditation. Definitely meditate. You'll have to learn how to quiet that mind so it can't do things like that to you. Thank you for that question. Just amazing. Love the discussion and the totems. You are a true wonder, and all would benefit from your readings and teachings. Love you, Angie. Thank you, David. Thank you, brother. Tara Ann, do you offer one-on-one healing sessions? Absolutely, Tara. On my website, Crystolarays, Crystalarays, you can book those with me. You can write me, you can contact me. My phone number is there as well. So just reach out. Suchara Pandi, when you give us 5D activations, I had a big yawn come out. The Jesus Totem from Vegan led me to see an all bright field all around my head. Yay! Isn't that one beautiful? It always makes me feel so soft inside. So, that's a beautiful one. Thank you, Suchara. Yeah, it's a beautiful experience with that code. I'm so glad you got to experience it. Eris Rogue. That tingling in my hands and feet soon spread throughout my entire body, and I felt school blissful and floating away. But it did radiate all that goodness into the world. You bet it did. Absolutely. You bet. We are all part of a whole, so anything that we experience goes out into the fabric of all. Victoria, will these last? For a while. No energy construct is ever permanent. In fact, nothing in this universe is ever permanent. This universe is based on creation and entropy. Maybe the set's falling off. So things are either coming into being or falling out of existence. So it will last, and it depends how much contrast and conflicting energies that you get in your life as to how quickly it wears down. So, anywhere from a couple days, a couple weeks, possibly a month or more. And you can always contact me for more, and I put together custom totems for people. So wherever you're working at, whatever your next evolution is, I can design a whole series like this series today just for you.
All right, Angie. Such a pleasure. So beautiful. Thank you so much. Our audience absolutely loved you and all that you had to say and all those totems. So thank you so much. And I want to say to everybody who has participated in activations today, so mine before it started, Kathlena, Heidi, and now Angie's, if you're not used to receiving high vibrational energies, and a lot of them, like you just did, you may notice some different kinds of long-term experience. By long-term, I mean over the next 24 hours, where maybe you'll have a little bit of trouble sleeping, or you'll have some emotional kinds of moments or emotion that won't make any sense necessarily, right? And so this is normal as you're acclimating, as you're normalizing from the energies that you received.
And drink lots of water. My goodness, if you're getting a lot of energy transmissions, drink water. We flow energy like electrical wiring flows electricity. And the water, which I actually have a juice, but water, pure water, is the electrical lines cosmic energy flows through. So please drink lots of water. And thank you all. Xane, thank you.
Mhm.
Blessings, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.